All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you about probably 6 of you at first time to go up and do the cards, and we'll rotate through. Like I said, please show your work. Show your work. Take your time and show your work. While those 6, I give about 10, 15 minutes. If we need to, we'll continue that again tomorrow with what we're doing. I'm going to, for the rest of you, is we're going to work on a couple different things. We're going to work on expanded form. Or expanded notation. We're going to work on writing numbers in word form. And we're going to work on rolling dice. So we're going to work on these things.
I don't even have a dislocated ear.
Okay.
What?
Najee doesn't have a dislocated ear, so I'm glad she shared that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make numbers using our die that have the ones place and then go out to the thousandths place. So that means we're going to need just 4 die. Actually, let's use 5 and make it go out to the tens place. So we're going from the tens place out to the thousandths place. And so I'm going to roll my 5 die right here on Gage's desk, and you'll be able to see how we're doing it. All right, so Gage, what are my numbers here?
3, 3, 3, 2, 6. That's a lot.
All right, so those are the numbers I rolled. I'm going to make 2 different numbers from the numbers I rolled. So I need them to be different numbers. I need them to be different numbers. So let's go, Peyton.
Yes.
Can you tell me what number you want to make here using just these digits? So what do you want in the tens place?
3.
3. In the ones place?
3.
In the tenths place?
3.
In the hundredths place?
2.
And in the thousandths place? 6. Awesome. Now what you're going to do with this, I'll call on somebody in a minute. What you're going to do with this, first, I'm going to write it in expanded form. Expanded notation. So I need, Deandra, tell me how to write this in expanded notation. So we start to the left, and I'm going to do what?
You do 3 times 10.
3 times 10. Now, that little dot means multiplication. The reason they use that little dot to mean multiplication is because as you move into using variables, putting letters in there, which is not hard. You've been doing that. You just put little squares in it when you've done it in the previous grades. So if you put the X in there, it makes it look like an X, and it's confusing. What do I do next, Deandra?
3 times.
Okay, 3 times 1. Plus what, Deandra?
3 times 1. No, 1/10.
3 times 1/10. Plus what, Deandra?
3 times 200.
Not 200.
I mean 100.
Okay, and it'd be 2 times 100, right? Okay, 2 times 100. Because this 3 is in the tenths. Okay, so then we do 2 times 100. And then what else, Deandra?
6 times 1,000.
6 times 1,000. Hopefully you're watching because you're going to have to do this. So hopefully those of you playing will stop. Okay, so that would be our expanded notation for this number. If I worked it out, if I multiplied 3 times 10 and get 30, add it to 3 times 1, which is 3, that'd be 33. Add it to 3 times 1/10 would be 3/10. Add it to 2 times 1/100, that would be 200. Add it to 6 times 1,000, it would be 6,000ths. And that would add up to the exact same thing.
Yes, sir.
So Ashley, I want you to tell me how to write this number in word form. Let's start in front of the decimal. How would you write that number? No, I just want, like you would say, I'm 26 years old. I wouldn't say 2/10, 6/1. 33. Yeah, I'm not grading spelling. Then what? Okay, so then I write and. Now I want you to do something for me, Ashley. I want you to pretend like none of this is here. So how would you say, I have this much money? How would you say that? Just ignore, there's no decimal. It's just the number 326. How would you say that? 326. And then what place value is a 6 in, Ashley? Thousandths. So the key when doing this, for those who want to do it correctly that are paying attention, is at first you ignore everything behind the decimal and just read the number as normal. Everything behind the decimal, ignore it, pretend like it's not there, write the number like it normally is written.
Pretend it doesn't live.
It's dead. It's dirty.
Then, for the decimal, you say the word and. After you write the word and, you're going to really struggle with this, right? Because you haven't paid attention for 2 seconds. Then you write the word and. Then you ignore everything decimal forward. You read this number like it normally is, 326. And then you take the place value of the last digits, 326 thousandths. So let's try a second one using the same digits. The second one using the same digits. Let's go with Blaine.
Dang it.
Using these same digits, give me a different number. Tenths
6,
place. Ones
2,
place. Tenths place.
3,
Hundredths place. Thousands place.
3.
Okay, Blaine. Good job. Phoenix. Tell me how to write this in expanded notation.
6 times 10.
Good. 6 times 10 plus
2 times 1.
2 times 1 plus
3 times 1.
3 times 1/10 plus
3 times 100.
3 times 1/100 plus
3 times 1 1,000.
3 times 1/1000. Okay? Questions on how I got those?
No.
No questions on how I got those.
Nope.
So we're all good with that.
Yes.
All right. Vincent. I called 3 girls for the first one. I'm calling 3 boys for the second one. I got to be fair.
I'm a barbell.
All right. Vincent. This is what we're going to do, Vincent. I'm ignoring everything here. How do I say that number? 62. Vincent. What do I say for the decimal point? And. Vincent. How do I say this number? No, you have this much money. How much do you have? Nope, there's no decimal point. How much do you have? 300. Good. 333. And Vincent, what place value is this last 3 in? Thousands. Questions on this? All right, so there's 2 examples. What you're going to do, and again, I'm selecting some people to go do the red cards first. Please show your work on the red cards. I'll only give you a second chance. I'm not giving you a third chance.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
What if we did like 3 or 4?
Then just finish it.
Okay.
Okay? What you're going to do, I give a handful of you time to do the red cards. Remember, on the red cards, just number 1 to 10. And then whatever problem you get to, just put that correct answer there. So if I write 1 to 10, and I start on this card, oh, it's number 6. I can solve number 6 and just write the answer by number 6. I don't have to start with number 1 and move around. Yes, ma'am, Bea.
When you do it, like when you show your work, can you do it like on a separate piece of paper?
You can do it on a separate piece of paper if you'd like. But I'm telling you, if you do not read them carefully and show your work, you're going to make mistakes. And since there are 10, it's 10 points each. So I'm going to pick a handful of you to do that. Then, the ones I do not pick, you're going to get with a partner. With your partner, you're going to get 5 dice. You're going to, until I tell you it's time to stop, roll the 5 dice. Whatever you get, you're going to make 2 numbers like we did. Well, the first one we had was 33 and 362 thousandths. You're going to make 2 numbers, 2 different numbers with what you had. You're going to change those into expanded form and into word form. You're going to do those 2 things. You can use the same piece of paper. So if Gage and Riley are working together, then they can use the same piece of paper. Just make sure their names are on it.
Yes, sir.
That's all I'm requiring. So, again, pick a handful of you for the red cards. Give you about 10 minutes. Then we'll rotate. 10 more minutes, then we'll rotate. 10 more minutes till everybody's had a chance. Questions? That's an excellent question. Riley asked this. What if, and Rhett wants to know the answer to this as well. Thank you for asking that, Riley.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Riley asked, well, what if I don't get a chance to do all the cards? Can I use my device and take pictures of them and then take the cards home, or take the pictures home? Yes, you can. So let's just say Riley only gets 3 of them done. She doesn't want to wait till Friday, so she just takes her camera, she goes around and takes pictures of each of them, and then she can take it home. I'm completely fine with that.
Okay.
Completely fine with that. Rhett,
What if you don't have a device?
then I guess you either get them done in class or have somebody do it and text it to you, or text it to your mom, or text it to your great Aunt Gertrude.
Can we do it next
Yeah, you have till Friday.
Okay.
You have till the end of class Friday. Any other important questions besides you guys just talking and trying to amuse people? Bea,
Can you do it expanded form?
we can't hear Bea, so when I answer her question, about half of you aren't going to know, and then you're going to be like, hey, I'm asking the same question that Bea just asked, and I'm going to say, I'm not telling you, and then you're going to say, why not? And I'm going to say, because you weren't listening when Bea asked it, and then they're going to say, we were listening, we couldn't hear over the rock that was being rolled on the desk, And then I'm going to say, well, besides the rock being rolled on the desk, you were also talking and trying to say something funny to entertain the group, even though it wasn't funny, but you distracted them. So, for example, if Peyton was just trying to be funny and distract her group, that would be so rude, because then her group wouldn't know the directions. So Bea's question was, instead of using fractions here, can we use decimals? Yes. You need to be able to recognize it either way. In case you have an assignment that has more than one answer choice, but one of them's right, and you have to pick the one that's right after showing your work, and I don't know what that's called. But if you do that, multiple choice? All right, thank you, Rhett. If you do that, then you need to be able to recognize both.
Yeah.
All right, no more questions. Boom! Shakalaka. Peace out. Love you. God bless.
Peace out.